Hello YouTube, this is Potita bringing you Pokemon Showdown battle with my NU team. Today we have two short battles. The first one is against Imperfect One. His team is a Natu, either probably Light Screener with Magic Bounce, maybe Psychic. Then we have a Gardevoir. My friend is amazing. Either Life for Choice Specs. I do not know if choice scarf exists. Then we have a shiny Charizard. That shiny is amazing. I love shiny Charizard. It's really good. And like shiny Garchomp, that's terrible. Really, they should have done better. Then, a special attacker maybe. Sorry. Then we have a shiny Leon. I do not know how you pronounce it. Belly drumming. Obviously physical sweeper with extreme speed. They have a war turtle, rapid spinner, Eviolites, maybe with scald and toxic. Then we have Leafeon, our the last Pokemon of his team, physical attacker, maybe source dancing, or it could be with sunny day with that not heat rotation, the other one with the sun. I don't know the name of that ability. Anyway, let's start with the match. He leads with Natu. I thought that, so I lead with my Kaboom, the Exploud. Go for the Ice Beam. He's faster, so he gets the Light Screen first. So I switch out into Eel. He set up the Reflect in that turn. I go for the Coil because I do not want to miss the Sub Cannon. He toxic me, so now I can sweep with Eel. Still the cough. He turns out. I go for the Sub Cannon in that turn. I hit the Lithium, get the Paralyze, of course. I think always it always paralyzed, right? Anyway, I switch out because with the Reflect and all that I can do against him, and I expecting the Sword stance. So I go into Whizzing. He actually set up a Sub. So I go for the Clear Smoke. Let's Screen fades that turn, which is awesome. He gets paralyzed. I do not know if he went for the Sword stance, maybe return. Anyway, I expect him to sit down into another Pokemon. He goes into Nautilus, so I go into my Alodonte, get up my Rock Polish while he's up Reflect. I go for the Head Smash, even with the Reflect up, super effective with power of 140, I believe, stab, knockouts. Here I go for the damage because I did not want to miss the Head Smash. I did little damage. He go for the Thunderbolt. I let Megalodon to die. Go for the Head Smash as a last damage, but I miss. He get a crit, didn't matter at all. Now I go for Pradily to take if it's actually choice, which it seems because he does switch out. He can do mad with Thunderbolt. I go for the Stealth against the Charizard, but he got it in before. Go for the Ancient Power. He subs, and right now he continues subbing. While I break it with the Ascent Power, I like get the boost, get the boost, get the boost, get the boost. I do not get it. He gets the Salak Berry Speed Rush, but why? You're naturally faster. Almost my whole team go for the Fire Punch. It's a physical one, very rare. Get a crit and didn't take me out. I kill the Charizard with my Ascent Power. I think he misused it. He let him die. Nah, he could have used him better. Anyway, I let him die. My Cradily, he goes for Signal with the Gardevoir. I go into Whizzing, and he is in this choice because it is out. Go for the Toxic, expecting the War Turtle. Right now, I go for the Clear Smoke. He tried to sub, but well, he has 21% HP left, so nah. I finish him off. He let him as a Death Water. I got my coughing. I will become methane there. Anyway, I switch out expecting the Psychic. I sent Eel to die. Still take it relatively well. I think maybe Specs. Probably. Anyway, Eel dies. I send out Kaboom, the Explode. Go for that Hyper Voice. Choice Specs. Stab with Vape Power, I believe 90. Hit the water, do a lot of damage even with that Eviolite. Take him out in 2 hits. Here comes Cardova. I know he's gonna go for the Focus Blast, so I switch into my Whizzing to take the hit. He actually hits the Focus Blast because really it's Focus Miss. Anyway, I know he's gonna switch into Lightning, so I go for the Will-O-Wisp because belly drumming dangerous. I do hit it, but he actually has the Lumber, so and right here I accidentally press Toxic. Then I do cancel. I want to go for the Clear Smoke. No, Showdown doesn't like that. He go for Toxic anyway, even if I told him to go for the Clear Smoke. Anyway, I survived that extreme speed, even at +6. That shows how defensively bulky Methane is. Whizzing. Awesome. Here I left Whizzing to die to a Psychic. He did his job very well. Now I bring Kaboom. Go for that Choice Spec Hyper Voice. And thanks to the max HP investment, I do take the hit and kill the Cardova. I need a glass of water. Anyway, I think Charizard could have used it better, maybe later in the game. Anyway, my next battle, here it comes. This, I'm in the upper side of the screen. My opponent, weak to Stealth Rock. 2 are ×2 with 2 rocks and Butterfree ×4, so it would be good to set them up. Well, Butterfree, Sleep Powder, Quiver Dance, what it does. Then we have a Altaria. It could be a physical attacker, a sweeper with Dragon Dance, or it could be more defensive with Breast, Natural Cure, Bastion, physical defensive, obviously, Stealth Rocker. Then we have Drifloon. I always confuse Drifloon and Drifloon. I don't know why I think that one is Drifloon, but I know it's not. It could be Life Gem Acrobatics and Burden set with Button Pants, maybe, or could be Trick with a choice item. Then we have a Gorbis that is hiding. Well, Shell Smash is what it does. And lastly, we have a Regigigas, the first time I see one. Well, maybe an attacker, maybe more defensive. Anyway, let's start with the match. He leads with Butterfree, I lead with my Eel. I let it there as a Sleep Powder. It hits the Sleep Powder. Next turn, I know he's gonna switch out, expecting the Regigigas. I go into my Whistling. He does go to Regigigas, which is awesome. I go for the Toxic because by the time the Slow Start disappears, he will be getting a lot of toxic damage. He get me paralyzed, don't care much at all. Expecting him to switch out, I go for the Will-O-Wisp. Very risky move on my part, but he does and it lands, which is awesome. I break down the start of Bastion. I switch into my Kaboom, and well, he set up rocks. Right now, the surf is obvious. I'm gonna go for the Asming, expecting maybe Altaria, but he stays in. Maybe I think that he didn't want the Bastion because his burn can do much damage. I do not have a rapid spinner, so he stayed. Here I should have switched out. I stayed in, but on my part, this turn I do switch out because Toxin is starting to rack up. Go into my Eel. But he actually rolls me out back into my poor Kaboom. He's getting a lot of recoil damage. Anyway, this turn I'm not gonna overpredict. I'm gonna go for that Surf, and Bastion dies. I think he left it there to die eventually. This turn he brings the Gorbis. He realized I'm choice, so I had to switch out. He uses that opportunity to set up a substitute, which is very good on his part, but on my part, very dangerous. I go for this Clear Smoke while he Shell Smash, but unfortunately Clear Smoke doesn't affect the I got all tongue-tied. Doesn't affect the stats changes behind the sub, so it's pretty bad. I left Methane to die. Maybe I should have switched on into my Cradily to check that Surf, but he goes for Surf, so I'm guessing he didn't know that Cradily has Storm Drain, otherwise he would have gone for the Ice Beam, unless he didn't have it. It could possibly be. This turn I can go for the Stealth Rock because 3 of his Pokemon left are with 2 rocks. He set up a South, start Quiver Dancing on my face, so I'm like, no way. I'm gonna break that thing with a ancient power. Again, I'm like, get the boost, get the boost, get the boost. Here, I managed to survive the +1 backpass thanks to that special defense investment I have. Max special defense, max AP, that managed to live, and he forfeits. I'm like, why did you forfeit? You still have 3 Pokemon left. I have 1 Pokemon asleep. Marvelous practically the Explode would die in 2 turns. Clarion will be damaged by the Stealth Rocks. Regigigas is very bulky, although he's toxic. He could have still won the match. It's not very decided yet. He left way too early. I know for a fact because it happened to me sometimes. It look like you have the match won and you have it in the back there to I got it, and then one hacks can change the outcome of the whole battle. I know it because in one battle I had I had a Munchlax that actually won his whole team and sweep it with the body slam. Um, he has 2 Pokemon left. I had 4, and he got the freeze in my Munchlax, and that cost me the game. I end up losing it 2-0. So you don't have to quit so early. Give it a try until you know it's 1 Pokemon left and you are almost dead, and well, you can do anything. Of course, you quit. But I think he ran away way too early. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the battles. There were 2. I had the random battle to narrate and post. And remember, if you liked the video, please leave a comment, give a like. They're always appreciated. And I'll be seeing you next time. Bye bye.